Hello everybody, my name is Anne Russell and I'm from the Russell Family Fetal Alcohol Disorders Association. As most of you would know, the RFFADA is a national organisation supporting parents and carers, lobbying government and doing whatever we can to raise awareness of fetal alcohol spectrum disorder. Welcome to FASD Friday. Today we're going to talk about caring for the carers. It's probably the most confronting of all FASD Friday videos to write, this one. I was quite surprised. It was confronting because as parents we're hardwired to want more for our children than we ever had. We want a better life, a more successful career, a happier marriage, more money, a bigger house. Whatever it is that we imagined for our children when they were born, that's what we're hoping that they will achieve and have. When we have a child with FASD, we know that in many ways those dreams are not going to be possible. So our whole being is disrupted, knowing that our children are unlikely to ever experience the things we had hoped for them because of something that could have been readily preventable. Some of us read child-raising books, wanting to be the best mother or father there ever was. Some of us never wanted to parent the way we were parented because we came from a dysfunctional family, and others wanted to parent exactly the way they did because they had a wonderful life. With a child with FASD, none of us were going to be able to parent the way we wanted. There's so much grief, guilt and loss with this condition. When prolonged stress is added, it's no secret why many parents have chronic health problems. We must parent differently, in some cases so differently that other parents aren't able to understand our methods. We don't punish our children the way others might. We can't. We pick our battles, we ignore behaviours that other parents may find difficult to understand. We use bribery, different language and a calm attitude, even though we are exploding inside. It's no wonder we need reminders every now and then to take time out for ourselves. This time out is not a luxury, it's an absolute necessity. It's not a maybe, it's a must. Would you refuse to take medication for a serious health condition? I'm going to talk about my own experience for a second. I used to be able to manage stress very well. I could be in stressful situations and bounce back like they'd never happened. Now I only need a little stress to cause the same physical response as a whole lot of stress used to. There are so many parents of carers of children with FASD who have their own health problems. Many have things like fibromyalgia, heart conditions, and some have addictions to cope with the stress. So take time out when you can, even if it means respite, asking another family member to take your child, or taking separate time out. It's like taking medication for the soul. I'm not a religious person. I have an on-again, off-again spirituality. I think that a belief is an important part of life with a child with FASD. If you aren't part of a church and you have been thinking about it, go. If religion doesn't suit you, look for a belief or a spirituality that works for you. Find yourself a higher power, because living with this condition is like living with an addiction. Our lives are generally unmanageable and we are powerless to change our child. We have to change ourselves and the environment, and we have to advocate like whirlwinds and educate people over and over again. And we also have to try and forgive those professionals who say they know all about FASD instead of embracing resentment towards them. To end this video, I thought I would read out a little story I wrote years ago while trying to come to terms with what I had done. It might resonate with some mums listening. The souls that would become Seth and Anne sat together in heaven. They had been friends for eternity and had enjoyed each other's company thoroughly and completely for all of this time. It was a beautiful day and they were sitting together on the edge of a marble fountain, watching the rainbows dance in the early morning light. The two little souls had been speculating on what they wanted to experience in their next earthly life. One soul said quietly to the other after a long and considered silence, "I have some very exciting news, little soul." "That sounds wonderful. What is it?" asked the second soul. The first said, "There are two separate events I would like to experience, but I can't decide which one to experience first." This was an exciting revelation to the other little soul because they had spent many hours discussing this very thing but hadn't previously been able to come to a conclusion. "What are they?" asked the second soul. The first smiled and leaned close to the second and whispered. "That will truly be a wonderful experience," said the second soul after the first had finished. "Yes, it will," said the first. "But where will I find a soul brave enough to share this experience? It won't be an easy life for either person." "I will do it," explained the second. "I will do it for you so you can experience that which you desire." The first soul looked at the second with eyes filled, I knew this was going to be difficult, with eyes filled with a love so profound that only souls in heaven can comprehend. "Thank you, little soul. It will not be easy for us, but I will enjoy being with you again on earth." The two little souls lapsed into silence, indulging in thoughts of their next life. Then the second said suddenly, "Little soul, yes, my friend, who will be the mother and who will be the child?" Thank you. Our next session has not been decided upon yet, so if you have any suggestions, please let me know. If you or your organisation would like training, please give me a call on 0412 550 540, or you can email me at elizabeth@rffada.org. Thank you.